Any other use of this telecast, or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Cactus Media X or Arizona Cactus Football League's consent is prohibited.
And welcome to AzCFL Intel. This is the show that bridges the gap between the media and the fans, the players, the friends, the family members, the coaches. This is AzCFL Intel Season 2, Episode 18. Tonight, super excited as we have the championship upon us a couple nights from now. So with that being said, I got one member from each of the championship teams, the South Phoenix Running Rebels and the Arizona Spartans. I got Cam Scroggins, and I got Shane Johnson, linebacker, and DB. Fellas, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
So throughout the season, man, throughout the year, we've had players come on from different teams and kind of showcase them and, give them a platform to expose themselves. So outside of just showing up on Saturdays and, practice once or twice a week, you get a little bit more of a, airtime. But this week, it's championship week, so we leveling up, we adding the intensity, and, we got some hype here in the building because you guys let me know before the show that you guys are some ancient artifacts in the AzCFL, respectfully.
That's what they call us.
Yeah, that's what they call us. They call us old men.
So, fellas, real quick, before we get to the, the meat and potatoes, let them real quick know about your resume in the AzCFL and first year and the team you started out with, and then obviously they know the teams you're with now.
Well, like you said, Cameron Scroggins, man, long history in this. I started semi-pro football back in 2003, fresh out of high school. Now about to be 37. When I came back, I was bouncing here and there from junior college to coming back to the league here and there. And then I stayed away for a while. And then for a few years, just stopped playing ball. Ran into my man Shane. He was like, bro, I'm thinking about getting back into balling. We just started to get back into it, and we jumped it with the Eagles at the time, if I'm not mistaken.
It was 2017.
2017 with the Eagles, and that's when our journey started all over again in the semi-pro football for me. Back in 2017, but I took some years off though.
For sure. And then you played high school ball out here, you said?
I played high school ball at Trevor Brown High School. I was at Scottsdale Community College, transferred from there to PC. From there, I left Delta State, transferred from Delta State to Clark Atlanta University. And then from there, after that, it was just all the whole the politics of it all, UFL, arena, tryouts, for different teams here and there, just like all through going through all the training, and then just running into life from here, and
I feel you.
From then on, yeah.
I've always been curious about bouncing from team to team, and then when you take a break from a school, and then you're in an arena league or a semi-pro. What's that do to your eligibility?
It did nothing actually, because we pay to pay and play in these leagues. They don't pay us at all. So that was always the good thing about it. We can get, when I was going through my time, I took every shirt you could take, from gray shirt to red shirt to. So when I was taking those shirts, it was like, just to keep my body acclimated to hitting and playing ball, I was like, might as well go play semi-pro, because I always knew I had my fellas, Like I said, when we was telling we were original Rebels at the time, these was back in those days. I knew, hey, if I'm not playing ball, I know I can go to play with the Rebels. I always knew I had that, so that was always in my back pocket.
For sure. Then your high school ball was in Arizona as well?
I went to Maryville, graduated from Maryville, and went to Western New Mexico, and came back. When I came back from there in 2001, that's when I touched the AzFL 9-man ball. Started there, and my original team that I started with was the Westside Warriors. It was the Warriors. That was the first year that Rebels was created, And the reason why I didn't play with him is because I wanted to play running back. They had Jay Hinton, the name there that was playing running back. So I went off and did my own thing. And my mentality was I got to beat my partners.
Yeah.
I'm going to another team and beat my partners. So that's when the second year, that's when the Copper State. Yeah. That's when the Copper State came, 2002. That's when I was with the Hurricanes. And it was just murder she wrote from there. I hit the league, MVP, offensive MVP. I played running back.
So the West Side Warriors, is that the team that has the same logo as like Gilbert Warriors?
No, it was the Wu-Tang. The Wu-Tang symbol.
Oh,
the Wu-Tang. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Familiar. Okay. So then you said you started out then as you progressed, your first team together was the Rebels?
No. Actually, it was the Phoenix Stallions.
Okay.
Yeah, in the Copper State. That was 2003. That was when I first got out of high school.
I got you.
I was at the time the youngest, I think.
Yeah, he was
the
young.
youngest in my pro football at the time. I was fresh out of high school. Literally.
Were you still the oldest?
No. At that time, no.
He was the young buck too.
At that time, no.
No, okay.
That's when we were all was just young at the time. But and it was the Phoenix Stallions at that time, and then. We lost in the championship game against the Glendale Bulldogs. Yeah, against the Bulldogs. We lost in the championship, and it was an ugly loss because when we lost that game, we won the fight after.
Yeah.
So it was an ugly loss, and then that's when we started taking our hiatus. I went back to school, started playing ball in college and everything, and then I decided to come back a little bit later on. Yeah.
From my knowledge of football players, I never played tackle. I played flag. Pretty nice too, so you know what I'm saying. If you guys got a turkey ball slot, let me know.
I hear that.
I hear you either there's two styles I've heard. I've heard when you hang up the cleats, you don't even look at them again, right? Mm-hmm. And it's a wrap. You're done with it. But then I see the other half, kind of similar to your story. You hung them up for a little bit. Life got a hold of you. You were dancing in between life responsibilities, football, trying to find a lane. And then you had that itch. How is it that some players have that itch to keep playing and some can just turn a switch off and say, I'm done?
Well, for me, I was done. When I took my break, I was done premature. I wasn't, I got locked up. I did some years. So when I got back from that, my cousin Charles with the Eagles at the time, he hit me. So I'm like, oh, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. So he taught me into coming, and that fire never left. Fire never left me. And I'm talking about playing another year, so it never left me. So.
Yeah, okay. And for me, to be honest with you, I stayed active my whole life. Even after I was done playing football, my kids kept me going. You know what I mean? All my kids are athletes, so I started running club track with my kids. Like I started actually, starting to compete with my age group and everything, like really taking it serious. So I always stayed in shape. I always stayed going. I always stayed training kids, training adults. So it was always, like you said, the fire was always in me. And it's at my age, a lot of people don't believe we're usually our age when we play ball. So they're like, yo, you can't be your age you are. You move this way. You don't look this way. So, and I tell them all the time, we feel it on Sunday morning. You know what I mean?
A few days after.
Yeah, we feel it a few days after. But other than that, the fire was always there. So I always knew I had the ability to still hang with. And I had the mindset that my 80% was better than most cats 100% anyway. Right. So it really didn't really matter anymore. I had a lot more football smarts than I needed all with the ability. I had a little bit more smarts.
So more of the talent side than where other dudes are putting in more effort.
They got to put more effort, yeah.
Okay.
That's how it was. I grew up, like I said, at 18 when I grew up and I came into this with grown men.
Yeah.
I was one of the youngest, and I came in with my head, jumped fresh off the porch, and they couldn't tell I was 18 at the time when I was a kid. I came in with because they wasn't going to let off of me neither, because they knew what type of ability I had. So that became early. So when I started playing with guys my age, it was like, bruh.
So you're kind of like, that's cool. From both ends, you're shocking the world. It's like they can't believe you're that young or that young, and then boom, they're like, you're that old? Like, no way.
Exactly.
So keep them on their toes, and as a defender, that's what they do, right?
Exactly.
So take it to present day. You guys, cornerback, linebacker, positions all throughout life, or have you guys changed around?
Well, I changed. I bounced from running back to linebacker.
Okay.
So it was whatever the team needed. It was running back, I'm there. If it's linebacker, I'm there. But my older age, it's linebacker, no more running back.
Okay, that's what I was saying. Fill in the blanks for me. What I hear from an offensive player gone defense is, I got tired of working out and I just wanted to hit people. Not to that extreme, but
it's just
fill in
the wear and tear. It's just the wear and tear. Just wear and tear because it's playing middle linebacker. I'm the line. I'm hitting everybody.
Right.
So I'm already going through the blender. So
true.
It's the wear and tear for me.
Wear and tear. And then what
was all state, all Arizona running back out of little old Trevor Brown High School. I was I knew that's where I was gonna go. I'm talking about verbal commitments to Oregon, UW, stuff like that. Like I was that guy, but then I ran into stuff. You know what I mean? Like I said, just dealing with me getting in my way of high school and stuff like that. So I couldn't honor those scholarships. So I went to JUCO, and my JUCO coach at the time, Wisconsin Community College coach Giovanni, rest in peace, and Coach Madosky, who coached him with the Canes. That's how I was introduced into semi-pro football because they knew I was going to Scottsdale. They were already coaching a semi-pro team, so they took care of me. So other than that, though, they were like, "Yo, we see you going further playing DB."
Right.
And I was like, "I've never played DB in high school, and if I did, it was just to cover the fast guy because I was fast and I didn't have to do much to stop him,
put out a fire or something."
Yeah. Other than that, though, I remember my coach Giovanni was like, they got a thing called eye openers before practice. You know, we got to hit each other. Basically, wide receivers and DBs go at it, running backs and linebackers go at it, and stuff like that. And I separated one of the running back shoulders, and when that feeling of hitting and inflicting pain instead of getting hit. That's what woke me up and said, "Yeah, I think I'm done with running back now." So, and that's when I stuck with DB.
You're like, is that what I was doing to people, or that's what they're doing to me, man?
I was like, I like this feeling on the dark side just a little bit better. So
you start dapping up the defenders. You're like, hey, it's respect now. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I love to hear and see that because that's usually it's different. You hear that type of transition. It's rare when you hear someone be like, yeah, I was a lineman and now I'm a kicker. Like it's usually like the mirror, position. So it's cool to see that. And then as we know in sports, man, experience tends to help out with, like you were saying, the X's and O's. Some guys have to give in more effort, but the talent and the knowledge is there. Now let's zoom in on that from a experience standpoint for the actual circumstance, the championship. You guys have talked about your years winning a championship, losing a championship, losing in playoffs, winning in playoffs. I imagine you have some guys a little wet behind the ears on your team that are still feeling these playoff jitters. Haven't felt a loss this year on your squad because you guys are undefeated. They love to let you guys know.
It's stay undefeated.
They're undefeated. Yes, you guys know.
Stay undefeated.
They're undefeated, but hey, give them their flowers while they're here. What?
Sorry.
I have that effect on people. What? I guess. What's the humbling, or the old head, the wiser mentality coming into play right now off the field, and then how you guys are going to instill it this Saturday on the field?
Well, for me, it's I've been in plenty of championship games, so it's like it's nothing new for me. But to the guys on the team that hasn't been, hey, I just tell them don't let this game be bigger than what it is. Just come relax, do what we do all season. We won, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna win the game, and that's it.
I know with me, man, a lot of people say I'm like a spark on my team. I like to talk, to my players and stuff like that. So, and he knows that, man.
Yeah.
I'm more of the boisterous one, man. But just like talking to my players on the sideline when we were playing the Lions last week, man. It was just the fact of just reiterating for us in our position. A lot of cats already counted us out early in the season because of how things were looking. And I was like, yo, we've already beat all the odds. We're already here. We're already here on this platform. Now we might as well just show up and just do what we've been doing and doing the unexpected. Because everybody has, like I said, has not expected us to even get to this point. So, like I said, with me, we've been on the stage. I've been on the stage quite a few times. So. Yeah. I look at it as it's just another football game, and usually when this type of spotlight come on, that's when a little something different click into me. I try to just leave it all. I make sure I leave it all out on the field, and I like to lead by example. I give my fellas words, but I like to lead by example, and they see me at my age doing what I do. It seems like they seem to attach themselves to that.
Yeah.
I kind of equated to football being a job, right? And your co-workers or your teammates. And it's kind of like at the job, if you see somebody that's training you freak out at a customer, you're kind of like, what their level of extremes are, right? Whereas if you see that guy training you play cool, calm, handle the crazy customer, whatever it is, you kind of know, like, oh, I can go to this guy for other things if something gets crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I think if these new guys see you getting nervous, getting jittery, getting worried, then that's going to come back to them.
Yeah.
Whereas if you guys are calm, cool, and collected, they're like, oh, they're not just talking. This is just another football game.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you're on a plane, bro. If you look at if the turbulence is bad and the flight attendants are chilling, you're good. But if they rush to the back, then it's worrying.
Right.
So I think that, like you said, it comes with how you prep it off the field, and then on the field, your body language will kind of let them know and set the tone. But also on the defense, there's so much expectation from you guys to have a positive body language, even if things are going bad, right?
Yeah, I mean, but I it's kind of funny, but what helps me out is, man, I'm a hell of an Iron Man fan. Like, I love Iron Man. Iron Man has always been a rebel. He's always been against, he's always on the what the team wants, but I got to do it my way in so many ways. I still got to cause chaos, but I'm still on the path of what I just got to and then when it's on the back end, my favorite villain. I'm a Joker fan. Like so when it comes to that, like, my mindset about before the game, after, like, this is me, this is us, man. We gonna talk stuff, man, from all the way from Monday to Saturday. And
we've been at it already.
We've been at it already.
I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love to see it.
And I tell cats all the time, I don't change anything, man. They always like, well, Ken, you go, man, you got to hold that back. No, hold it back for what? Like, this is what a lot of people ain't gifted to play this game. So if you have a gift to play this game and play at a higher level, you should take that and just run with it. And that's how I look at it, man. I just run with it. I enjoy it.
He's more of a talker than me, but I quietly talk to. I like to get under people's skin.
All right, so you're Batman.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hide your identity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Joker comes after you,
Right. Right.
Hey, man, look.
I like to get under people's skin, quietly talk. But last week it was a different thing. It was showtime.
Yeah, we're on a different level now.
Showtime. Man. This is showtime. So I've been on the stage.
All right, so I do want to ask you, Cam. You were on a different team last year. When I caught wind that another player was coming to the Spartans, he kind of named you in a package deal, and that was Trey.
Yeah.
What was that? Where obviously both your seasons went down differently. Trey riddled with injuries, not the season he wanted. He let us know that he's not where he wants to be, but he's going to come back twice as hard. What was that like, knowing that you guys kind of came into this assignment together? But I don't want to say you've taken off, but like obviously you've excelled while his season has been more of a roller coaster.
It was tough, man. To get that call, like I said, at that point. Now I was at that point where the cleats were hung up. And I was done. I was practically done. I had lost, like, kind of in so many ways, lost the love of football. I said, you know what, I'm just really done. Like, he know what was up. It was just an ugly situation, a great divorce. It was a great divorce because I'm in the championship and the other team is not. But we're gonna just leave it there. They're on that boat. But other than that, though, man, it was ugly, man, losing Trey like that, and it messed me up a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, it messed me up a little bit. But the fact of the matter is, I gave my commitment to this team, and when I gave my commitment to this team, and I seen how they, like I said, they were kind of like they were feeding on my energy, and they were like, "Yo, we needed this," and I've seen where I could help verbally, I see where I can help mentally, and I seen where I can help, with just the game of football. And even outside of football, how I can talk to some of these guys, and just doing what we do outside of football and business, we talk to men. We talk to men, young men. So this is something I've always done. So to see that, it was cool after a while, man. It was like, you know what, this is my new family. You know what I mean? And Trey knew I got nothing but love for Trey. We are always a package deal everywhere. You know what I mean? So if you ever hear Trey, or if you ever hear, you know what I mean, our the third, George Bell said, that's what we are. We come a three-headed monster. So, like I said, next year, everybody should be on one accord. Everybody should be fully in shape, and it should be ugly for anybody else after this one. Because I know we coming out with the W regardless, though.
So when I went back and did some of my research, when the announcement was made that you went to the Spartans, there was this kind of like I'll equate it to even Brady going to the to the Bucks. People kind of being like, "What? There? Why?" Right?
Yeah.
And then boom, Super Bowl.
Exactly. I mean,
where, why?
For
boom,
me,
championship.
For me, man, I knew the players that they had. You got to think, like, look at that roster that they kind of had, man. I mean, but it was years past with the wide receiver. Martwan, Weaver. I mean, then you got Billy. Then, they had Daniel. I kind of already knew the establishment they had, the type of offense, the arsenal they had, the way they moved the ball. And I just knew with Trey, how football smarts he has and the ability he has, it kind of was a no-brainer. Like, yeah, they can possibly put some things together. I knew, man, and I told my fellas, so me saying this now, I was kind of like, when I got to practice and seeing what we had, I was like telling myself, no, why? Like, what am I doing here? Like, I might be tripping, you know what I mean? I might have asked for more, bite off more than I could chew. But when I really started seeing these guys getting in the trenches and really going, man, and just seeing their attitude and their mindset, I said, oh, man, this is what I've been needing. I needed that spark, I needed that enjoyment back in football. Cats that just were saying, bro, we're not the best of the best, but we got it, and we can fight with the best of the best. And really, man, the first game we played, when we played them the first game, that game right there, and just to hear the way Rebels players reacted and how because they got to respect, it's respect in this game, and just to hear how they respect it, and I said, man, I think we got something here. And that's, for me, it just made it was like I think I made the best decision.
It definitely was a scrappy bunch. Spartans definitely a scrappy bunch, but we still came out with the dub.
Opposite, was there any temptations for you to go to a different team in the offseason with the merge, with the Surgeons merge? Was there any kind of like maybe off-putting or any type of?
Well, with the situation with the Phantoms, with them leaving, I'm like, oh man, my guys is gone, and I'm just like, I told him, I said, look, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So when that merge happened, Charles is actually my cousin. He hit me. Ed's been talking to me. Hey, man, come back home. You're a rebel, come back home, blah, blah, blah. So then I was just like, yo, I'm done after this season, so I'm gonna go home, be a rebel, and I'm done. But after this season, we had a magical season. Undefeated. The Rebels in Rebels history ain't never been done. And we're gonna win this championship. We're gonna make history. So I'm coming back again. It was just the Rebels or nothing for me.
So if you win, you run it back.
And if we lose, I'm running it back because I got to get back. But we not, though.
All right. This little mental gymnastics. So if you lose, but you won't lose, but if you win, you're staying. Right, I got you. Right, we there.
Yeah, he's about delusional as 90% of his team if they believe that they going to win.
But we's number one, though.
It's all right.
I will say, man.
We sitting on top of the league, baby.
You are number one. It's very Cinderella story with the Spartans. We didn't know what we were going to get with them. They kind of had 4 quarterbacks shuffling around. The Rebels have been in one direction all the way. So this is definitely setting the stage for something really dope.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Because the last time we played, I only played 2 series, and I was out the rest of the game.
Why was that?
Because of my knee.
That old age kicked in. That's all that was.
And you're only older since then. That's a couple weeks, right?
Yep.
So,
I know how to save my body. I know how to save my body now. When I was younger, I'll play right through that, but save my body and look where we at now.
I respect it. So practice, you guys practice on Wednesdays?
We practice on Thursdays. Well, Wednesday or Thursday, depending on that week.
I got you. Has there been anyone, and obviously I don't think I'm going to get too much sauce out of you guys, but has there been any players that's been rising up? Any Philly specials we're going to see in this championship? Any players that I personally haven't names I haven't called that I might call during the broadcast?
What you've seen all year is what you're going to get in the championship game. From all 11 on defense, from all 11 on offense. You're gonna see the same Rebels.
But a different uniform, right?
Might. I don't know yet.
Is it going to be in the McDonald's one?
You said what?
Is he going to be calling Fluker's name?
Unfortunately not.
That's heartbreaking. Right,
yeah, that actually was like that messed me up because that's my dog right there. Yeah. I love when he's in the game. Yeah. It's always me and him always have our silent competition on, you know what I mean? Because he's a corner, I'm a corner. We always have our silent competition, but we always tell each other, man, we wish one day we can always like get back together and he got one side and I got the other side. But then I see him on his not playing this game, that's gonna mess me up for a little bit. But oh well, I mean, our wide receivers got to eat,
you know.
but we deep. Next man up.
I guess your number one then goes Martin, and then number 2, who do you move to corner? Because DeAndre and Ty are going to stay at safety.
It was Fluke and Dwayne.
Dwayne?
Yeah, it was Fluke and Dwayne. So now it was excuse me, 2 and Fluke and and Hollywood's gonna be back at safety. We deep. We good. We straight.
No.
We straight.
Yeah, sounds
Rest
good.
up, Fluke.
We straight.
Sounds good.
It is good.
What about on the Spartan side? Any? Are we gonna see Mack Truck Weaver or Dump Truck Weaver?
Dump truck.
Y'all gonna see Weaver.
truck.
Y'all gonna see Weaver. Our boys, they gonna work, man. I you know what? I think this game right here. The good thing about this game is these boys actually been to the big stage already. They've been to the big stage. They lost to the Stampede, but they know what it takes to get to that big stage. They've actually seen that. They understand what it is that they have to do this time.
Trey won it with the Rebels too, right?
17.
And Trey running with the Rebels, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just expecting my boys just to work, man. Grind it out like we do for all 4 quarters. Nothing changes. If you probably don't hear it, but they'll probably hear it. They'll always hear a ding ding before the play start. That's on our defense because we always know it's a fight. We don't expect nothing less from anybody. Right. We know it, like what Tyson always said. Everybody has a plan till they get hit in the mouth. So we plan on hitting them in the mouth a few times. I mean, it is what it is, though. They felt it before.
So take me to the. I mean, I think who
Obviously the punch wasn't strong enough.
You know, they bounced back, bro.
We took it and came out with the dub.
Sounds good.
All right, so before we get to the film, right? It's a couple of clips, so it's not too crazy. But I want to get your guys'. I'll just say like a rough draft, and then we'll dive into it after. But I need just like a high-level score. What's the score on Saturday going to be?
The score on Saturday, man, I think it's going to be like it was last time, a low-scoring game. Defense, more so a defensive game. They have Lorenz Steffen as their quarterback, so I don't have any trust in him at all, especially him playing against his old team. So I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I give it like, I don't know, 14-21 or something like that. I don't know. And that's us.
Rebels?
Us.
Rebels?
No, I didn't say Rebels. I said us. I put my number on there first.
I got it. I know who you're talking of.
Yeah.
I'm going 21-0.
Ooh, y'all heard that, fellas.
I'm going 21-0.
Y'all heard that. He did it. He just did it. Thank you.
There's an attitude we got on defense. Nobody scores on us, but
That's a confident attitude.
you know what I'm saying?
We've been hearing y'all having that confidence a lot, even in certain meetings. So I'm cool now.
Just remember one thing though. Trey is not playing with a broken hand.
But the
this time
shoulders
around.
hurt though.
Yeah, but they got a better quarterback.
Shoulders hurt.
Scotty's better.
Hey, that's on them to figure out. Cause we coming either way.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, you know, how in the WWF, you never know, like, some could run down with a steel chair or something. You guys know what you're going to be. It's going to either be Trey,
Right.
it's going to be Scotty, or KD could surprise you, you know what I'm saying?
Whoever's back there, they gonna get it.
I want to know about the uniforms, man. I know you guys are going to bust out something.
I know, right? Probably the bus, the drone.
I was going to ask about the bus.
Music video.
Championship bus would be dope.
Smoke. Y'all got all that?
Ice machine.
I think we come with the limo though.
Ice
this
machine
time.
limo?
Yeah.
Limo would be
I
dope.
can believe it.
I'm with it. All right, let's get to the film real quick. I got 2 clips, one from each game. This one was Lions and Spartans. And this was to seal the deal. Antonio Smothers ends up clinching the game and
Rocking
sending
the
you guys,
baby. He
sending
ended
you
up
guys to
rocking
the
the baby.
championship. So, yeah, tell me about this play, the breakdown. From what I gathered, Tyree didn't want to go to the edge, so he tried to cut inside, and that's when he got. Did he have a lane to the left?
You know what, man? We were talking to Tyree, man. We were telling that kid has an upside like crazy, man. And he needs to trust more in his speed.
Yeah.
He's explosive, man. That boy got some speed, and if he would have trusted more in the speed, he would have made that one a little tougher on us. That play right there, he kind of fed himself into a great linebacker / DN, because Smothers, he's a beast.
I was gonna say there was no one really back there to
And
the
you
left.
would think with all the speed he has, he would just took it, bounced him in, gave him a head fake, and took it outside and said, I'm gonna have to work this one. But you know, that kid right there, man, he's gifted, man. But like, he kind of fed that. He gave us that. You know what I mean?
Did he overthink it? Is that
I
a
think
situation?
he was overthinking. Like I said, a lot of cats don't be on this big stage like that all the time, man. This is a different stage when you're trying to fight to get into a championship. That's why I see them doing a lot of things out of character, because a lot of cats that they got on their teams are divas. A lot of divas, and
I
they
mean,
don't.
he did win a championship back in 19.
Yeah, but right now I'm speaking about these Rebels
Oh,
guys.
okay,
There are a lot
sure.
of divas on their team, and they're gonna try to do a lot of things outside of character just to try to prove a point, and it might hurt them in the long run. and they better have the old school talk to them because he know me. I'm gonna capitalize off some of these emotional kids they got on their team.
Same as me. Same as me.
We don't have emotions on our team, bro.
Yeah, you do.
We got one
do.
emotion.
Yeah, you do.
Don't
You
trip.
got emotions, a whole lot of emotions. I'm finna scrape off y'all's shoulders, too.
So, next clip. We had the game of the week. This was the Rebels and Phantoms. DeAndre Moore, Young, takes it to the hizzy.
He always makes
And the reason why this play, I think, was the play of the week with this game was it set the tone. It was kind of like a back and forth. Nobody was really setting the emotional tone until this happened. And at that point, it was kind of like the Rebels kind of woke up and was like, oh, yeah, we undefeated, you know?
It's time to go.
Shouts to the tip drill.
Hollywood's a beast, man. You can never take that away from Hollywood. That's a perfect name for him, Hollywood. He shows up when it's money, when he has to show up. But I mean, we have to do account that they're playing a high school kid that couldn't grip the football though.
Armenta definitely had some big eyes that day.
Yeah, he couldn't grip the football. First time
we was on him.
First time on this stage, and it is the Phantoms. That is the Phantom way.
I mean, he did. I mean, he's used to that field. He did go to Yonker High School. He just graduated, so
he went to Yonkers High School.
Yeah,
oh,
and
man.
I thought that was a cool story. He was on a chance to bring his team to the championship at his former high school.
Yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been a cool story. It's just he just so happened to play with the Phantoms. If it was somebody else, he probably would have did something different. But because of the organization, it is what it is. Hey.
Don't forget, though, you do have one on the Rebels that's from Yonker High School, too. Charlie, the lineman.
Oh.
Is he?
Yeah.
I ain't know that.
Yeah. He played at Yonker. I think he said like his freshman and sophomore year or something like that. And then he ended up going to a different school.
I got a Yonkers kid on y'all team.
See? It's a home game.
Soon to be champion.
We're going to find a way
Soon to
abuse
be
him.
champion.
Abuse
Soon
him
to
too,
be
then.
champion.
All right. So I got some questions for you guys. You guys are well versed in the league. You guys know people in and out, former and current. So, you know, obviously you guys have been going at each other all day. let's you know what I'm saying, expand that and give some of this smoke to the rest of the league. So I got some questions for you, and we're just gonna dive into them. Who is the fastest person in the AzCFL?
Jeez.
Any position. It doesn't have to be.
Man, I know. I'm gonna say I know Rebels got some track stars on they doggone team. Rebels got some. Yeah,
it's a
Rebels.
toss-up. I'm always gonna go with the Rebels, so it's a toss up, man.
I mean, but man, let's see. Some of the fastest players, man.
Actually, Kurt, man, from the Phantoms.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Kurt from the
Kurt from the
Phantoms.
Phantoms, man.
Kurt from the Phantoms. What number did he play?
Sparks?
Number 3, Sparks.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, number 3. That boy's got some speed. They got Ty on their team.
Yeah, Ty.
Ty Ross?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ty Ross. That boy's fast. He's just he's one of those ones that we're gonna capitalize off of. Other than that, let's see who else. Rico.
Yeah, we got
They got
a football
yeah.
one squad on our team.
They got a
so.
track team on a. We know that. You know what I mean? They got one of the fastest teams.
Have you seen Marco Jackson from the Owls? The kid can fly.
What number?
10.
Yes, he can fly. He can fly too. Yeah.
He's fast. Man.
And the Thunder quarterback, I think he was no, not quarterback, but he wore number 1. I don't know if he was like a slot
From the
receiver
Thunder?
from the Thunder.
But they ain't do nothing against us.
I know
That boy got some speed though, man.
Trying to think. You have.
Oh yeah,
Draven.
my bad. He just posted on here. I don't know how we forgot. Fluke is still one of the. You know what I mean?
I said we got a football one. I said.
Hold
we
on,
did
but-
say that Fluke.
But Fluke did plead a fifth against Hakeem.
That's between them two.
He played the fifth too.
That's between them two.
All right, this one's better or funnier, and it's been spoken on the broadcast. But who's the slowest person in the AzCFL?
Shane Johnson.
No, I can't. No. Hell no. No.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
even know. I don't pay attention. I wouldn't even
It
pay
had to be a lineman.
somewhere.
Got to be a lineman. A
So
D-line, offensive line, I don't know.
because he's a little bro, it's cool. Daryl Dobbins got named.
He's definitely.
He got named. He got named
He's definitely taking the cake.
slowest, but he said, "Hey, I'm like top 3 slowest." And then he started.
Nah, you bring his name. He might be.
He said
slower.
him. Shouts to Big Bob, from the Hawks.
Hawks, yeah.
which was dubbed. He got a nickname today. They call him Suge White.
Yeah,
I think that's funny.
They call him Suge White. That's a good
Shouts
one.
to Rob, bro.
Suge White.
So yeah, I don't know. But we'll go with Daryl Diamonds. Why not? We'll blame the knee brace. Little bro, we got you.
No, he's just slow. Period. Without knee brace.
Period.
Yeah, he's just slow.
I tried to help you, dog. I don't.
Yeah, that's a good one. Wow.
All right.
Good one.
This one's for Red Zone because I just be there like a fly on the wall. I don't interact.
Hey, you know what? Probably Mikey too from the Phantoms.
Fastest?
No, one of the slowest ones.
He's up there in age
He's up
too.
there too.
Man.
He's Mikey's one of the ones too. He's one of them slow ones also.
All right. So who's a player that talks more than his ability to play?
I think it's a lot of
It's
people.
a lot of them.
It's a lot of people.
Oh, who's somebody you want to spice?
Jeez, it's a lot of them. Oh,
It's the end of the season, baby. Drag them.
that's a good question, man.
Some of them are going to the
You know
off
what?
season.
And the crazy part about the crazy part about it, man, we talk about him all the time, and he can really ball if he just shut his mouth and actually focus on football. Marco Jefferson. He can really kill this league. His size, his ability, his hands, his way he can catch the ball.
Yeah.
His mouth just runs more than his game, and that can get him out of his own game. I've seen
He's
it.
a rapper. He's got to use his mouth.
Right? He's one of them. The one I just named, Ty Ross, he's another one. His mouth, he can just be the most electrifying
I hear
player.
ego is a big killer in football.
He can be the
It
most
is.
electrifying player, but his ego is just too much, man. Sometimes it can overcloud his game. Sometimes, man. It's a lot, but it's a lot. It's a lot of them, bro. Yeah, it is.
It is a lot. You can't pinpoint one. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Shane Johnson probably be up there, and that. Yeah.
My resume speaks for itself.
Who is one of the underrated players in the AzCFL?
Cameron Scroggins.
Nah.
Cameron
You're pretty
Scroggins.
rated, bro. Come on.
No,
I've heard
bro,
the name.
nah.
We're not doing that.
You gotta-
I've heard the name.
You know what, man? The only reason why I say that, man, I sat there, man. I look at some of the stuff these guys talk about, and I posted it, man. The stuff that I did for these past 2 seasons, if not 3. He went to the Pro Bowl for that. He was considered one of the best shutdown corners in the league.
Oh, Nnamdi Asomugha. Yeah.
Champ Bailey's. You know what I mean? Like. But I'm told I'm old and irrelevant, though. That's what they told
Why
me.
you
I'm
listening?
old.
You're giving life to those statements.
man,
I didn't hear those statements.
I'll wait till that week till we play them, and then it's just that.
I've
old
heard
and
nothing but
irrelevant.
good things about you.
I'm glad.
So
I'm glad to
maybe
hear that.
it's just a matter of where you're listening or what source are you going to.
I'm glad to hear that, man.
I've heard positive
We've both
things.
been told that, so I get told the same thing.
Nah, bro, you don't want to hear the things I heard about you. All right, so who's an overrated player? I mean, granted, you guys are undefeated. I feel like a lot of people feel like, we talk about you guys too much, but when you win,
There's a reason why you
you know what I'm
talk.
saying, the shoe fits.
Right. Overrated. I think Cameron Scroggins.
Okay. I didn't see that one coming.
I didn't either,
I didn't
man.
see that one coming.
Shocker.
Yeah. Overrated player, man.
Nah, he my boy. He
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's hard. That's hard to, because I don't.
I think a lot of these players, they show who they are, man. Like, it's funny because this red zone stuff, they get a chance to have them Twitter fingers, and then that Saturday, it's like, whoa, what
different.
happened on Saturday?
Yeah,
bro?
I want to. Okay, so
It's different.
I won't say the names because, we talk about we want to big up the young teams. But I did have a guest that was like, yo, you guys better be ready. And then I was like, what happened in the game? They're like, they forfeited. And I was like, all right, man, you can't be saying all that before you get on the field.
Yeah,
So,
man, God, I've seen a lot of those guys too. It's just that red zone stuff can get over, you know what I mean, too beside them, and next Saturday it's like, yo, where were you at on Saturday? Because everybody was anticipating you to do this, and it's 1,001 excuses, and it's
Right.
yo, man, y'all need to stop. I just remember when we came up in the game, we didn't have social media.
So didn't.
So when we heard somebody talking, we sat in the bleachers and we
came at
watched the entrance. So
We came at you.
we came at you
We
in the
stood
bleachers.
at the locker room talking.
Yeah.
We finna do this. We finna do that. That's just the man.
Yeah,
that
we
was
didn't
just the
play. We didn't
mentality
play
we
this
had.
this Twitter finger stuff. We wanted to let you know right then and there. Hey, man, we heard you running your mouth. So when we get on this field in them hedges, it's a problem. And a lot of these cats, they don't do that, man. They wait till we get back on red zone again, Petty Sunday.
they're like, I don't have good service here. Wait till I get home. Then you're going to find out what happens. All right. The teams that need the most improvement. Like, well-rounded, I guess. Obviously, the lower seed teams, but
Right.
a reason, like within reason. Yes, like those type of teams.
The Phantoms.
I mean, they need a quarterback.
Phantoms need a lot more than just that.
If you bring in an older quarterback I like Armenta. You know what I'm saying? I will say on Wax, he has definitely age on his side, experience from the position. I think he can, as you know, play a quarterback on TV, as they say.
They need a true leader at quarterback, though. That's what they need. They need a true leader at quarterback.
Well, I'm saying bring in an older one that can instill that. He's young, you know. How are you going to listen to an 18-year-old when you got 38-year-olds and stuff?
They need a leader.
Okay, a leader.
Flat out.
They have a defensive leader. I'll give Macagnano.
They need a leader flat out. But hey, it is what it is. Owls, another team that can use some improvement. I mean, but they're another hot. They're great. I mean, they got it. I think they have more. I think they have more outside distractions from their internal. If you get what I'm saying.
I see a lot of players like threaten to quit during the game, take their jerseys off. Like that's the type of stuff that stands out to me.
But when you're / coach, owner, or whatever he is, or your spokesman.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
When he brings more attention to him than the organization, it's kind of like that can kind of put a hindrance on your program, how your program moves and runs.
Dancing all in the videos.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
Yeah.
So, all right. Favorite play of the year? Each, like, your own personal. What was something, your own personal highlight? Something that you're like, I can't wait to go watch film on this.
My favorite play of the year? All of them, because we undefeated. So, all my plays is my favorite. So, it ain't. Here we go.
Oh,
Here
sorry,
we go.
I fell asleep.
Here we go.
You had a dope interception against the
Outlaws.
Yes.
Yeah. That's just a good defensive setup. Or Coach G, shout outs to Coach G because he's seen it coming and just kind of like me just being able to view how routes are being ran just a little bit smart. So I kind of just played off of one and just seen that too, and I just knew how to bounce off of it. But I think for me, it's because I don't get at playing corner, I didn't get a lot of balls thrown my way. I didn't get a lot of action, too much action. I think the most action I got was against the Bucks and the Rebels, if anything, but that wasn't too much either. But I think for me, favorite play of the season is just the fact that every time they got the hottest wide receiver or he's this guy, production stops every time I'm in front of him. So for me, the whole season, because it was just it's not too much.
So what receiver you want to go at this Saturday?
Because I know where I'm playing, it's gonna be hard. But I will tap my coach and I will ask him if the setup is the way I think it's gonna be. Me and Rico got a date. So yeah,
invitation to your island.
Yeah, it's him. He knows what's up too. That's little bro, but little bro, he's hot, but he knows what's up though. He's not that delusional. He knows what it is.
See, with me, it's a little hard because I play middle linebacker, so all I do is make tackles. I ain't had no interceptions this year. For what I don't know, but
no tip drills, nothing.
Nothing. So all I do is make tackles. But I would say my favorite of the year is just watching my defense, my team excel and enjoy this run that we're on. So that's what brings joy for me.
Okay, I like that.
But I can't lie though, internally though, bro, I'm proud of them. Like that's like. Just because you being part of that organization and seeing that organization grow and the powerhouse that organization has always been for many years throughout every league that has been here, to see Rebels do this, it is pretty dope to see that, man. You know what I mean? Like I was just telling them, because our head coach, Coach Dietrich, he's an ex-Rebel. You know what I mean? And he speaks about how proud he is to be, to be a part of that organization and see them doing it. It's just bittersweet because we have to play them in the championship. You know what I mean? But at the same time, though, it's just dope to see that, man. Because we never seen Rebels undefeated throughout all the way to the championship.
It is cool because some of this has kind of played out. Just came to fruition when Martwan was sitting here, and Lorenz was talking about you guys doing a national championship, and Martwan's like, well, you guys got to play us in the championship first, and you guys are playing each other in the championship. Right. So that was dope. Right. I had Coach Aaron Wilkins talking about, he hasn't been to a championship, but I was like, well, speak it to existence. He's coaching in the championship. So we've definitely set the stage, and I'm super excited because it is just that. It's a team that hasn't lost all year versus the team that kind of surprised the world. We had you going to the playoffs, but we didn't have you going this far.
Yeah.
Not because of your identity, but because of the shuffling around of the identity. But, good on you. It seems like you've stayed solid and been kind of the rock for that team.
Man, I'm trying, man. It's a few of us, man. It's a few rocks I appreciate on this team, man. And it's funny that the most of them is they're all up in age.
Yeah.
We're the up in age ones. That's the kind of rocks, but we get it though, man. And it's just dope, man, just to see the OG originator of the Rebels, man, being in the championship again, man. Seeing Ed Love do this again, man, with everything going on. I was proud to see that, man. I mean, all in all, just all the funny stuff. It was just cool just to see Ed, because like we talk about it and he knows Ed is like an uncle to me, bro. So it's like to see that, it's like dope. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk my stuff to him on the sideline when I can say something to him. But I'm proud of that dude, man. Coach of the year. Now you in the championship, undefeated, never been done. He's got a lot of stuff to talk about. So eventually, someday, more Rebels will be in this Hall of Fame. Eventually, I don't know why it's taking so long, but they got us on this TO thing right now.
Right.
So, but we'll see, man. More of us should be in that Hall of Fame soon. But.
And then,
just real quick, which one of you two are going to make the Hall of Fame first?
He'll probably be before me. You understand? Like he won a whole offensive MVP in the league at one point at running back, and then to come back and do what he's doing at linebacker, I can see him getting in before I will. You know what
okay.
I mean? So,
I just figured you were referencing to his age or something.
Oh no. It's just our resume.
Those jokes are too easy now.
Our resume show for himself, so I think that's why he should be. Considered soon.
See, what hurt me as far as my career, I didn't stick at one position. I went from running back to linebacker, running back to linebacker, running back to linebacker. I got defensive MVPs, offensive MVPs, all kind of awards. But it's because I've been back and forth.
That's what happened to Bo Jackson. He split so much time between baseball and football. He never broke a record.
Right.
It's crazy. All right, and now for the last question, I want you to tell me, where does Cam Scroggins need to improve his game? And then I want you to tell me, where does Shane Johnson need to improve his game?
Well, man,
Damn,
seeing
this
him
is going to be good.
No. Seeing him grow, we groomed him to what he is. You know what I'm saying? Us OGs groomed him to what he is, and I know what he's going to bring. There's nothing he needs to improve because shit. Nope. Excuse me. But he is what he is. He's a dog. You know, it's nothing. In my eyes, nothing. Bring what you bring every play, every game. He's gonna be him.
He said everything you know they taught you. That's what I got out of that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. To improve, ain't too much I know what Shane's gonna bring in this game. So I just ask that he bring it, and I'm telling my team what they're gonna bring. We had practice before I got here, and I let them know. I mean, it is what it is. But like I said, we always keep ourselves every time. They're going to hear it a lot. They're going to keep hearing ding, 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 because we know in our head mentally, breathe, let it go, because they're going to come, and we going to come too.
Yeah, we know it's going to be a fight.
It's going to be a fight.
You know, we joke around and do, all that, but we know it's going to be a fight.
All right, so take me to the day of. I always, curious if you guys are superstitious or not. What's the meal plan? What's the sleep schedule? And then the pull-up. Obviously, usually on Saturdays, there's, a whole slate of games. So dudes show up at the stadium and just rock. But what's it looking like this Saturday? You guys going to show up as a team, go out to dinner first? Like, anything special because of the championship?
No, we just going to be what we do. For me personally, what I do, my thing is breakfast. French toast.
French toast?
That's what I do. French toast.
Yeah,
that's
French toast is
in
his
the
thing.
morning. That's the only thing I really stick to. But before then, Friday night, I just rest. I prepare for it, watch film. Just go over the game mentally, in my brain, and that's how I prepare.
All right. French toast for you or not?
You know what, man? I don't eat till about noon anyway, so I'll probably get a little light something. I go on an escape. On a mental escape and a spiritual escape before every game, you know what I mean? Other than that, my boys, they all know what that is. But I have to take myself to a whole nother level, you know what I mean? Before every game I play, that's just how I get down. Other than that, ain't too much, man. It's just my music and just and just staying just mentally prepared for it, man. Sleep, I get my sleep as much as I can. Jacuzzi, I'm always in the jacuzzi probably the night before just to relax my body, and if I can get enough time before in the morning I might get in it again or find a sauna just to relax my muscles and everything. But other than that, man, I'm just coming ready to play, man. Just excited.
And that's another thing too. The older you get, you learn how to take care of your body. more.
Like muscle memory.
Yeah,
I got
you learn how to take care of your body more. You go and get massages, go sit in a sauna, you know, just to relax and clear your mind and get ready for the dance.
So yeah, I mean, I've definitely back in high school football, I heard about like pasta parties and stuff on Friday nights, or just carbo loads and stuff like that. So always been curious.
I don't know. I mean, it just depends on if our coach hits us up on the team page and says we're going to do something. Usually that's how we find out if we're going to do anything. Shane, they're very secretive. I'm pretty sure Shane already have the charter bus ready, the drone ready. They probably got the rapper ready, the whole lights and smoke machines. They got everything ready. They know
It's
what they're
dope,
doing.
man. They got Marco opening up.
Marco gonna open up. Got the women walking off with him
You know
on
what I'm
the
saying?
field. I mean,
Shooting the music video. Shout out to you, Marco.
these rebels guys, they be having me dying laughing. They know exactly what they're gonna do. I don't know why he's playing. It's just I don't know. You know,
Just wait and see.
we're gonna just eat French toast and mimosas. No, yeah, I bet.
It's petty. It's from Petty Sunday to Brunch Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Sunday fun day.
Right.
All right, awesome. Well, you know, I always ask who has the best looking uniforms in the league, who has the ugliest, but I'm gonna just change it up. What uniform?
Lions have the ugliest of all time. I don't care what no one
They
says.
do need to burn those blue ones, bro.
The flag.
That's the reason why they lost us last weekend.
Those are bad luck. And with the white pants, they should have done black pants or something. But whatever. Hey, or blue. The blue on blue would been dope. Whatever.
Jeez.
Why? Okay, we're gonna end it positively. What style of the Rebels has the coolest? Like, what's your favorite Rebels uniform, and what's your least favorite Rebels uniform? And then, what's your favorite Spartans uniform, and what's your least favorite? And do you guys know what you're rocking on Saturday?
Least favorite Rebels uniform was the year when I played with them. We thought we had a certain color, and it was purple, almost like lavender. Yeah, this is something I know all the Rebels can laugh at and can laugh about, because when they got in the sun, we were like, "What is that, man? Like crimson orange or something like some."
The color switched on.
It just switched on us in the sun. But then that was way back then. Other than that, the dopest uniform they had is when they finally showed up with the black and white original Rebel jerseys, them uniforms. I told them the old school running Rebel on each leg. When Ed brought those out for these guys, that blew my mind. I was in the bleachers, I couldn't stop talking about it. Like I'm telling Martwan, they looking at me like, bro, you act like you trying to. I'm like, no, y'all just don't understand. To see that and to see that old school, because usually we know Ed puts a little bit of red in it. He keeps that new style of Rebel in it.
That surprised me when he didn't put no red in it.
He old school with it. That was like, yo, that brought a different type of energy. It brought a different type of energy to me. I said, ooh, I can't wait to play them in them uniforms, because I want to, yeah.
And whatever uniform we had, you see what happened, the outcome with that.
Yeah, they're dope.
It's a different game.
And then, all right, so let's get to the crowd real quick. Rob Jones Bank, fire emojis. Shouts to you, Rob. Charles Adams said Cam Scroggins' little cousin is on fire today.
Always.
Andrew Jones shouts, he's actually going to be joining me in the booth Saturday. JR's out of town, so he's going to be broadcasting with me. And he definitely didn't take kindly to the uniform comment we just made.
Is he going to be using the Harkins voice in the booth with you?
I hope so.
Or the AMC voice?
I hope, bro. I want like third down.
You gotta be watching.
Featuring Michael B. Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He's
all
still
right.
emotional.
All right. Levon Smith said, well, that ends this week, Shane.
I don't know who she's talking to.
Yeah.
I don't know who you talking to, Levon.
You know exactly what she's talking.
I'm trying to get the comments live if they don't. All right, let's see.
Andrew, boy.
That guy's hilarious. Or he should use the what's his name?
Cactus Media X.
What's his name? Sebastian from Little Mermaid. Use his voice in the booth the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's already. Me and him been going back and forth from earlier today. He's still in his feelings.
What happened today?
Well, from last week.
Because he's on the boat ride.
Yeah.
He's on the boat with Don.
There can only be one champion, you know. You guys will find that out Saturday.
No, the Spartans will find that out.
Hey, has anybody still found the Phantoms boat yet? We haven't seen that boat. I think the Phantoms went to the Bermuda Triangle.
All right, let's
They got lost.
Kong Island.
trying to get the. But yeah, so I guess the end of the season, man, it's unique because last year the season got kind of pulled under us, and then we come back and now we're already here at the championship. So I guess obviously, like you said, it's you've been here before, you've been in this mountaintop, nothing new for you guys. But is there as you said, the clock continues to tick and age goes up, is there stuff that you catch yourself putting on the shoulder pads a little bit slower, tapping the wall before you dip, go hit the field, anything like that?
It's after the game. It's that Sunday.
Yeah, okay. True.
Oh, man, I'm still playing. Why?
See, he's in the trenches. Like you said, he just hits. He just moves. He sees, reacts, and hits. I got to cover all game. By the time the third quarter, in the third, fourth quarter, that's when my age starts. It's like, y'all, I'm covering somebody that's young right now, and this guy he's still going. He's not tired yet. And it's like, all right, man. Cameron, you got to figure this one out. So, yeah, every game I'm still looking at like, oh, man, this kid right here, did he just hit this corner like this? It's like, I remember the days.
Well, that's another thing, too. Is on TV, the pros make it look so easy. Like, they run the route. But it's like they're sprinting every play. It's like you got to be conditioned to not only make it back to the huddle, but to then run again on the next play, right?
Right.
Eddie Fluker is asking for anybody that's on the boat, can you bring him a plate?
Yeah, Andrew.
There's a lot of fish.
Hey, Andrew, bring him a plate, man.
Hey, don't. But then you don't want that because that means he's close to the boat. You know what I'm saying? He's not reaching. So Eddie, you might not want that to interact with boat members until the coast is clear.
Might rub off on
you know what I'm saying? No pun intended. All right, Myron Magruder says, "I'm only coming if they let me in for free."
You hear this?
Hall of Famers don't pay, bro. It's $5. Like, come on.
Myron is off the hook, man. That's big bro though. Yeah. He's crazy.
He said, "I got a checkings account and a savings. The way my bank account set up."
He actually believes he should get a statue.
A statue?
Yeah, he's like, he wants a statue for.
Bro, who's gonna pay for that?
I don't know, man.
That's funny.
Myron's off the hook.
Shouts to you, Myron.
Who else we got on?
Yeah, who else? The comments are not loading for me, so pull them up as you see them.
Yeah, man, I'm just excited, man. This is going to be a great game, bro. Okay, great game.
You have 21-14.
Look, Andrew, see? I hope you fall off the ship. Yeah, with my ring.
Those rings float, bro?
Your old ring from your past championship.
All right, hold on. We're going to have to let you guys go for a couple minutes. Go ahead.
You're not going to get nothing new.
Would you guys do a jersey swap at the end of the game? What's going down at the end of the game? Bring me to the respect.
Bottle popping for the Spartans.
Bottle popping.
Laughing at them. Saying it was fun while it lasted. They're waiting on you on your boat because I told them the only time I'm getting on the boat, I'm pulling the Tom Brady. I'm throwing the trophy to another boat. So I have no other way of doing it. So
me and Fluke going to be partying. The rest of the Rebels going to be partying. Talking about what we just did to the Spartans. I'm going to be calling him on the phone, talking to him more. Yeah, I'm going to invite him over for I'm a barbecue, so I'm going to invite him over.
Sounds good.
Eddie said you can come celebrate.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
I seen that. Them boys going to be so hurt. They're going to be so hurt. Y'all remember watching Buster Douglas and Tyson, right?
I don't.
The Buster Douglas Tyson fight?
Yeah.
We know what the outcome of that one was, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
I do remember watching the Spartans lose to the Lions 2 years ago in the playoffs, so I know you guys are hungry to come back. I know you weren't on that team.
Yeah,
but,
I wasn't.
And then I know on the Rebels side, man, I've seen, the Patriots go undefeated and lose in the Super Bowl. And I know them.
You don't even need to talk about that with us.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't even need to talk about that with us. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen.
I've seen
Phil Ross put Lions popping bottles.
Shouts to Phil,
Empty
bro.
bottles.
Phil's a baller
Empty
receiver,
bottles.
man. He'll let you know he ran over 100 hitches a game.
More like water bottles.
No, hey, Phil, I had to cover Phil the whole game, that last game, man. That boy was running. He couldn't stop. I mean, I was like, all right, man. I was like,
He's a player, man.
Phil's a player.
Yeah, Phil's a player.
Phil's a player.
Yeah.
Too bad for Lions. You guys won't have him next year.
He was on. I heard that he was in the running for fastest player.
And I could put him in that running too, though. That boy, when he wants to get up, he can get up. He can get up. I just got to, you know what I mean? I need to sit with him off season so I can start putting more hands on him so you get used to getting off that. That's something that's the only thing he could probably work on. If he do that, it's over with for a lot of cats. He's too shifty.
Yvette Bonvalor said Rebel upset.
Ain't no damn upset. It's not an upset.
Yvonne, I almost got messy. I brought you to the Rebels. You better stop.
You say Yvonne.
Who's that? Yvette or
Yvette?
Yvette. Yvette. She went, boy. Ooh, Yvette. I brought you. You better stop.
Talking about no rebel upset.
Is it you guys catch? Would you be able to catch Coach with the Gatorade bath? Either one of you?
Yeah, we're gonna catch ours with him. Yeah, we're gonna catch ours.
Do you guys have Gatorade? Or is it just water in there?
It's usually just water, but we're gonna catch our coach with it. Yeah, we plan on it.
Just water. We got a special celebration for our coach. Special.
You're gonna pull up the bus.
Maybe.
You're gonna say, "Hey, Coach, we got you a bus now."
Maybe.
Phil said Cam caught you, or Cam caught him slipping a couple times.
Yeah.
I know one thing, man. I can say this with all jokes aside, man. Win or lose, I'm most definitely dedicating my game to Ed Love.
Yeah,
for sure. That's one thing I do want to put that out there. I'm dedicating my game to him, win or lose. That's
Awesome, man. Ed Love, Coach of the Year, head coach of the South Phoenix Running Rebels. You know, we always talk about somebody that's played the game and wore both hats.
Exactly, man.
He's from what I've heard, shutdown corner.
Safety. He was more so.
More of a safety.
Yeah,
Okay.
More so of a safety.
But
Play both. He was one hell of a player.
And now he's one hell of a coach,
Yes.
Yeah.
So before I let you guys finish up, your Thursday nights, and I'm sure you guys will go back and talk you guys' smoke until Saturday.
No, there's no more communication after today.
Oh, nah? Okay.
Yeah, we're 2 days left.
I was about to load another show for you guys.
I'm saying, he said when the mics drop, you guys are calling it quiet until the game. So, I want to thank you guys for coming on. Definitely super excited for Saturday. It's crazy that the championship's already here.
It's going to be fun.
Season's been rolling. I definitely saw you guys going, towards the end. You guys surprised me, not going to lie. But now it's a new season entirely,
Yeah.
Even though you guys are 12-0 and you guys are, 10-3. Yeah, 10-3.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
The game is going to be fun. It's going to be exciting.
I just want to know which one of you are going to be walking out with a wheelchair.
Or rolling out with a
But
wheelchair.
see, that's the attitude. If I don't, I ain't done nothing. If I don't, I ain't done nothing.
He's gonna probably have an up walker instead
Up.
of a wheelchair. It'd be an up walker.
He don't do the hitting. I do.
It'd be an up walker.
He don't do no hitting. I do. He do more running, walking.
I just need some action to come my way.
You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully, y'all don't send Rod Taylor to me.
Well, is there any? You said you dedicate the game to Ed Love. Anybody else dedicating the game, or anybody special you want to shout out or put on your back before you hit the field Saturday?
It's all Ed, man. It's all Ed. This is for Ed. We on another level with this, and we're gonna close this out for him.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, I always keep my grandparents written on me. Just recently lost both of them a while back. You know what I mean? Just so not too long ago. So I always keep them on me. Just had a newborn. She's always written on me.
Congrats
my
to
baby
that.
girl. She's always written on me. But yeah, this one is the most definitely to Ed Love though on my behalf too, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
This episode I want to dedicate to my grandma. She actually turned 90 today. So
Oh, man.
shout out to you, grandma. You know what I'm saying?
OG,
resting up in the
for real.
hospital right now, but we get you back. But
Speedy recovery, grandma.
the guys out here showing you love on your birthday, grandma. So yeah, we family first here at Intel.
Just
but
a real quick picture of her up on the screen for you guys.
Oh, look at grandma.
you know what I'm saying? We out here. Happy birthday, grandma.
Happy birthday.
But yes, for AzCFL Championship Saturday, man, the South Phoenix Running Rebels, the Arizona Spartans, we got hype. We got.
It's gonna be live.
You know what I'm saying? We
It's gonna be
got
live.
we
Y'all better show
got
up.
history, we got respect, we got experience, we got emotions,
Yep.
we got character, we got charisma. We got the Spartans, we got the Rebels, we got Cam Scroggins and Shane Johnson. I want to thank you guys for joining me.
Appreciate you.
AzCFL Intel, the show that bridges the gap between the media, the players, the coaches, the friends, the family, the members of the AzCFL. Season 2, Episode 18. Crazy to say we've made it. Championship week, Saturday.
Spartans, W.
I ain't even got to talk. We know what it is.
Road to
I ain't
redemption.
even
was
got to
gonna
talk.
say-
You know what it is.
Road to redemption.
They're not
what it
talking
is.
after this, so, we'll find out what happens Sunday morning, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's true. So one question for you, Mr. Shane.
Yes.
Are they going to put the Surgeons or the Rebels on the rings?
This man right here.
They're going to call them the Mergents.
I've been waiting all year to give you guys crap.
The Mergents.
It's gonna be the rebels.
It's the Mergents.
It's gonna be the rebels. It's gonna be the rebels. That's what it's gonna
Sad.
Well, win or lose, I'm praying and hoping for a healthy, no injuries, no serious, dramas.
No excuses. Everybody leave it all out on the field, man.
Right. No. What had happened was if I was injured or if I wasn't.
My boys are locked in. We locked in.
You play with the hands you got, right?
Yep.
So for that, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Again, AzCFL Intel, episode 18, season 2. I am Jesse Burke, signing off.
Any other use of this telecast, or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Cactus Media X or Arizona Cactus Football League's consent is prohibited.